This is Dr. Sridhar from Government City College. Today's topic is accounting cycle. We have discussed in the last classes what is accounting. Accounting is nothing but it is the art of recording, classifying and summarizing all those events and transactions which are at least financial in character. Here when we look at the definition of accounting, there are different things which we need to observe. One is accounting is art of recording. The second one is classifying and summarizing. There are three things which we need to have a look on: recording, classifying and summarizing. What are all the things that will be undertaken in accounting? We will have a glance over this in this today's class. There are different steps that are involved in the accounting cycle. One is analyzing the transaction, journalizing the transaction, post the transaction in accounts, that is ledgers, prepare the trial balance, and the final is the preparation of financial statements. Now we will look at the things step by step. The very first one is analyzing the transaction. How we record the transactions in the books of accounts. There is a pictorial presentation which is given here. The sequence of steps in recording the transaction. Here, as soon as the transactions takes place in the organization, we need to look at the documentation, that is the evidence of that particular transaction. Without proper evidence, we cannot record the transactions in the books of accounts. So the evidence may be in the form of documents, that is vouchers, invoices, etc. And based on the documentation, we will proceed for journal, that is where the entry is recorded in accounting language. Then after recording the entries in the journal, then we post into ledger. From the ledgers we prepare trial balance, and finally we prepare financial statements. This is the process of recording the transactions in the books of accounting. The next one is the process starts with the source documents, which are the supporting original records of any transaction. Examples are sales slips or invoices, check stubs, purchase orders, receiving deposits, reports and cash receipt slips, etc. In the second step, that is after analyzing the transaction, an analysis of the transaction is placed in the books of original entry. Original entry is nothing but the journal, which is a chronological record of how the transactions affect the balances of applicable accounts. The most common example is the general journal, which is also known as a diary of all events, transactions in an entity's life. So here all the entries are first recorded in the journal. That is the reason we call it as a book of original entry. In the third step, transactions are entered into ledgers. That is, after recording the transactions in the journal, then we need to post them to the respective ledger accounts. Remember that a transaction is not entered in just one place, it must be entered in each account, that is FX. As we know that there are minimum 2 accounts which are affected as per the double entry system for a given transaction, we need to see that all the accounts which are involved in the transaction are recorded in the ledgers. Depending on the nature of the organization, analysis of the transaction would occur continuously or periodically. Now the next step in the recording process is the fourth step includes the preparation of trial balance, which is a listing of all accounts from the ledgers with their balances. What we need to do is, after posting the transactions to the respective ledgers, the ledgers are balanced, and the balance figures, with the help of all the balance figures that are available in the ledgers, we prepare a statement known as trial balance. This aids in verifying accuracy and in preparing the financial statements. This is prepared periodically as necessary. Next is the final step. The financial statements are prepared under this stage. Financial statements may be prepared after each quarter of the year. The companies may prepare financial statements at various other intervals to meet the needs of their, as and when required. Generally, the companies prepare quarterly statements, and even they can prepare as and when they need the financial statements. Then let us look at the mechanism how it goes on in the process of recording. Transactions are analyzed and recorded in the journal first, that is based on the documents that are available. The entries are made in the journal. Then the transactions are posted from journal to the ledger. Then after that we will be preparing the trial balance. Here we will try to look at the manual accounting cycle, that is, if the accounts are maintained manually by an accountant, what will be the general process in accounting cycle. The very first step is transactions are analyzed and recorded in the journal, that is from the document to journal. Then the transactions are posted from journal to respective ledgers. Then after, a trial balance is prepared based on the balances available in the respective ledgers. Lastly, financial statements are prepared and distributed. The different financial statements are prepared based on the balances available in the trial balance, and adjustments are taken into account. Now, let us look at how the same accounting cycle is taken in by using computerized accounting. There are different accounting packages, softwares are available in the market, and basically the modern business concerns nowadays are making use of these softwares available. What is the mechanism or what is the process that is involved in the computerized accounting? The very first one is transactions are analyzed and enter into the computer, like what we record in the journal. In the similar way, based on the documents available, we will try to enter the transaction into the computer. Then the second step is preliminary reports are analyzed, adjustments are prepared and entered into the computer. We make some adjustments and all the adjustments are entered into the computer. Then everything is ready, we need not post them to the respective ledgers, preparation of trial balance, these all things are not required under computerized system, computerized accounting cycle, as the system, the computer itself, the software itself makes over all the things and provides the financial statements, and even the reports can be analyzed and interpreted for making the decisions. That is what the beauty of the computerized accounting here is. The rigorous work, the lengthy work is shortened by using the computerized accounting. Only the thing is, we need to enter the transaction properly by assigning the debit account and credit account into the computer. Then rest of the things are carried out, and at a click all the information in the form of financial statements can be viewed. Whereas in case of manual accounting, we need to prepare the final accounts as and when required, but at a single click the financial statements are readily available at the disposal of the manager as and when required, when they are making use of this accounting through computerization. Then we look at the first step, that is called as journal, that is the place where the first entries are recorded. What is journal? It is a list in chronological order of all the transactions of a business. What is the process that takes place in the journal? First, we need to identify transactions from source documents, specify accounts affected, that is what are the different accounts that are affected for the given transaction need to be identified, and based on the double entry rules, we need to identify the account with the debit and account with the credit. Then we need to record the transaction. What is journal entry? Journal entry is a form in which a transaction is recorded in an accounting language. An analysis of the effects of a transaction on the accounts, usually accompanied by an explanation of the transaction. We record the transaction in the accounting language, and a narration, a quotation is given in order to understand what the transaction relates to. This analysis specifies the account to be debited and credited. Journal entry. What does a journal entry include? In a journal, we will have a date of a transaction that happened, the title of the account to be debited, the title of the account to be credited. We will have an amount column of debit and credit, and a description, that is a narration, which is written below the transaction in order to make note of what the transaction belongs to. Then we will look at how we record transactions in the journal. We record transaction by writing by recording in the form of journalizing. Journalizing is a process of recording a transaction in a journal. Journalizing transaction. The journal is a chronological list of transaction. Enter the date in the first column, identify appropriate accounts, enter the title of the account to be debited, enter the title of the account to be credited, insert appropriate amount in debit and credit column, insert a brief description of narration. We will have a look of all these in a given transaction. Now look at this. This is a transaction on April 2nd. Gargi invested 30,000 in Gay Gillen Travel. Then what will be the entry, journal entry, how it appears? The first column is a date column. As it happened on the 2nd April, we have recorded April 2nd on the date column. Then in a particulars column, we need to put on the debit account and credit account. Here there are two accounts which are involved. One is cash account and other one is Gargi capital account. Here both relates to 30,000. The amounts are placed corresponding to the debit and credit columns, and a narration, a small description about the entry is recorded, that is received initial investment from owner. This is the way how we record the transactions in the journal. Then what are the journal entries? What are the different types of journal entries? Basically there are two types of journal entries which are recorded. One we call it as a simple entry and the other one is compound entry. In a case where in a given transaction, if there are two accounts, FX, one debit and another credit, then we call it as a simple entry. In the previous transaction, we have seen cash account data to Gargi's capital account. Here there is one account debit and another account credit, which we call it as a simple entry. And here where in a given transaction, if more than one debit account or more than one credit account takes place, then that entry to be recorded called as compound entry. Say for example, paid salaries 500, rent 500, paid salaries 500, rent 500. Here both rent and salaries are nominal accounts which are related to the expenses. We debit all expenses as per the double entry system. So what is we are paying? We are paying through cash. The cash is related to real account wherein the cash is going out of the organization. Then the entry will be salaries account data, rent account data to cash account. Here when you look at the entry, both accounts, rent and salaries account, two accounts are debited and one account is credited. Therefore this entry is called as compound entry. And look at whether it is a simple entry or a compound entry, but the total of the debit should equal to the total of credit. Then we will move on to the next one is ledger. After recording the transaction successfully in the ledger, then we need to post the entries from ledger to journal to ledger. How we look at a ledger? Ledger, a group of related accounts kept current in a systematic manner. We maintain in a systematic way. Think of a ledger as a book with one page for each account. So this is how a ledger looks. A ledger wherein we have different accounts, cash account, accounts receivable, supplies, accounts payable. Wherein accounts receivable, again we have customers A, B, C, D. Similarly for accounts payable also we have creditors, accounts of A, B, C, D. This is how the respective transactions are categorized or classified to their respective accounts. A simplified version of a ledger account is called the T account. We basically follow T-shaped account. They allow us to capture the essence of the accounting process without having to worry about too many details. The account is divided into two sides of recording increases and decreases in the accounts. When you look at a T form, account title will be recorded on the top and left side and right side. An account has two sides, one is left side and other one is right side. Then what is debit, what is credit? So, debit we record DR on the left side of the account, the left side of an account we call it as a debit, and right side of an account we call it as a debit. This is a thumb rule which we need to remember. Then posting from the journal to the ledger. What is posting? It is a transfer of information from the journal to the appropriate accounts in the ledger. We are going to transfer the information what is available in the journal to the accounts that are involved. Posting to the ledger refers to transferring the information in a journal entry to the appropriate ledger account. Enter date, enter amount in appropriate debit or credit column, enter journal source information, that is the page number of the journal. This is how an account looks like. We got debit side and credit side, date particular, LF means ledger folio, and next one is amount column on the both the sides. And in a given account, the left side denotes debit side and credit, right hand side is on the credit. Credit is placed on the right hand side and debit is placed on the left hand side. Then ledger accounts, balances, difference between total left side and amounts and total right side amounts at any particular time. After posting to the ledgers, what we need to do is we need to balance the ledgers and find out whether it has got debit balance or credit balance. There are certain things which will have certainly debit balance or certainly credit balance. We look at those things. Assets have left side balance, increase by entities to the left side, decrease by entries to the right side. Whenever you record something on the left side, that is on the debit side, the amount increases, and when you record on the credit side, that is on the right side, the value decreases. The reverse is in the case of liabilities and owner's equity. So, there will be decrease by the entries when you record on the credit left side and increase by entries on the right side. Then look at the transaction, how this will be posted into the journal, from journal to ledger. Here the same entry, cash account, data to Gargi capital account. Now let us look at how this entry is posted to the ledger, how this posting is done. You know, in a given transaction, cash account is debited, and here in the cash account on the debit side we have written the opposite account, that is to Gargi capital account, and we have placed the amount in the amount column. Similarly, we look at the other one, that is prepaid expenses. We have paid prepaid expenses amounting to 2,400 rupees. So, analyze and record the transaction as shown, post the debit side of the transaction, post the credit side of the transaction. Look at the transaction, how it appears. So, on the debit side of the insurance prepaid insurance account, we have recorded cash on the debit side as the prepaid insurance account is debited. Similarly, the entries that need to be recorded here is the date column to be present, you need to show the date column, and the page number is kept reversely, that is in the journal the page number that as it appears in the ledger and vice versa, and the amount column is pasted on the amount column. Then after posting the transactions from journal to ledger and after balancing the ledgers, we need to prepare a statement called trial balance. What is trial balance? It is an internal document. It is a listing of all the accounts with their related balances. It provides a check on accuracy by showing whether total debits equal total credits, whether there are certain mistakes that are happened during the posting period can be detected by preparing trial balance. A listing of all accounts with balances at the end of the accounting period after all transactions are journalized and posted. What is the purpose? To determine that debits equal to credits, to identify accounts to be adjusted. A listing of all accounts with the balances to determine the debits and credits. Next, preparing the trial balance. The purpose of trial balance to help check the accuracy of posting by providing whether the total debits equal to the total credits, to establish a convenient summary of balances in all the accounts for the preparation of formal financial statements. So, this is how a trial balance looks at. We got account number, account title, debit column, credit column. When you look at the total of the debit is equal to the total of credit, and after recording the transactions, after journalizing, after preparing the trial balance, the last one is we will prepare the financial statements, which includes profit and loss account, balance sheet and statement of cash flows. Now, let us have a summary of the total class. Here we are going to record the transaction based on the source of evidence, and the accounting records are maintained, that is in the form of we record the entries into journal, then post it to ledgers. From there we prepare trial balance, then we record the closing entries, and lastly with the help of all these we will be preparing the final statements, that is the final accounts. So, this is how the entire accounting cycle goes on. Thank you very much.